What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Entertainment Channel, where I talk about everything sports from a Chicago sports fan's perspective. Today's Monday, July 14th. Going to be doing a little Chicago Cubs mid-season recap, talk about where they stand in the standings, some surprises out on the north side, and just kind of look at some overall stats from how things are going with PCA, with Matthew Boyd, with Seiya Suzuki, Kyle Tucker, with everybody up on the north side. So we're not even going to waste any time. Let's just get right into it, man. Cubbies coming off a series win over the weekend against the New York Yankees in New York. Shout out to my boy Nico. Nico was at one of the games. I think the only loss of the series, but still pretty dope that you got it to go out there, check out Yankee Stadium. If you did go out there, Nick, leave a comment. Let me know how that went. But Cubbies right now, we'll do a quick recap here. Make sure you guys, if you haven't already done so, hit that comment button, drop a like, hit subscribe, do all that crazy stuff. So Cubbies, man, right now, things are looking pretty good on the north side. If you're a Chicago Cubs fan and you saw this, they showed you this before the season started. They're like, yo, you guys are going to be 57-39, half game behind the Dodgers in the NL for the best record, plus 119 run differential. Everybody would have taken that in a heartbeat. So I know they slipped up a little bit against the Twins, had a couple series where they faltered a little bit towards the end of the first half of the season. But all of us as Cubs fans, anybody with the brain, you're going to take this record that we have right here. So let me give you guys a quick little breakdown on the Cubbies. So Cubbies right now, heading into the All-Star break, the Cubs are 57-39, first place in the NL Central Division, second best record in the National League, third best record in Major League Baseball, and the easiest remaining strength of schedule according to Fangraphs. So if you take a look at Fangraphs' little stat thing here, my headphones going in and out. There we go. Cubbies, according to this, they got the easiest strength of schedule in the second half of the season. So simple. Cubbies, man, one of the best teams right now, not only in the NL record-wise and all of Major League Baseball, but if you've been watching them, they're one of the most exciting teams out there. They got a great combination of power hitting, of speed, of contact hitting, a good bullpen. Starters have been pretty solid throughout the majority of the first half of the season, even though Justin Steele did go out for the season. Shota Imanaga did miss some time. But Matthew Boyd stepped up. Jamison Tyone stepped up. Cade Horton has stepped up and had one hell of a first half in his rookie season. So Cubbies right now at 57-39, right? I'm ecstatic. I'm excited to see what they're going to look like after the All-Star break. I think everybody that watches sports, you know that all these teams always kind of, they start lagging a little bit. You get close to that All-Star break, you're like, yo, we've been playing every day. And in baseball, Major League Baseball, it's crazy. We had one of the toughest strength of schedules for the first half of the season. If you remember the beginning of the year, played the Dodgers, played the Padres, we're playing everybody. Now things have kind of settled. Easiest remaining strength of schedule going into the second half of the season. So I'm excited to see what we could do. We still need to make some moves. Definitely need another starter. Definitely need to get some help at maybe towards the end, middle relief pitching. But Cubbies in a really good position right now. So just to do a quick recap on that. At the All-Star break, Cubbies 57-39, first place in the NL Central Division, second best record in the National League behind the Dodgers, third best record in all of Major League Baseball, and they have the easiest strength of schedule in the second half of the season, according to Fangraphs. So things have been looking good in the first half. Things should continue to look good in the second half. Hopefully we make some moves, whether it's another bat in the lineup, somebody that could play third, somebody that could pinch hit. Our bench is a little bit weak, I would say, in my opinion, in terms of just somebody could bring right off the bench and rip one. I know the catchers have been doing good, but you can't rely on Reese McGuire, Carson Kelly to just do that all season. Miguel Amaya should be coming back at some point, so that's exciting news for us. Shota Imanaga, he's getting another little break after getting back into it, and he's looked absolutely unstoppable, looking like a real ace in the NL Central. But Cubbies, man, once they get out of the All-Star break, they'll be hosting the Boston Red Sox. That should be a fun series. Boston, also another team right now that's on fire. What are they? They've won 10 in a row, which is absolutely insane. So Boston, Chicago, that'll be a fun series at Wrigley. Two of my favorite teams growing up because of Fenway, because of Wrigley. But now let's move on a little bit. So taking a look at everything, Cubs, I would say I'm genuinely surprised. I didn't think we were going to be this good. They didn't think we'd have the top 3 records in all of Major League Baseball. Maybe that was me just being a typical Chicago fan where usually we're let down. This year, the Cubs have pretty much made us the opposite, where I'm like, yo, what's going on? They're coming back all the time, always having timely hits, always having games that are just destroying other teams. So it's been a pleasant surprise to see just how good the Cubbies have been. So I want to talk about some surprises for the first half of the season. So besides just overall how the Cubs have been, these are 3 surprises for me personally in the first half. So I would say these are player surprises. So in terms of some of the players on the team, things that I wasn't expecting, these are 3 Cubs surprises in the first half of the season in no particular order. Number 1 for me, PCA being a top 3 candidate for NL MVP. No lie, I didn't see that coming at all. He has a 265 batting average, 25 home runs, 71 RBIs, 27 stolen bases, and Baseball Reference has his WAR at 5.4, which leads all of the National League. At number 2, Seiya Suzuki being second in the National League with 77 RBIs batted in before the All-Star break, and that's a career high for him. It's already breaking his career high, and we're only at the All-Star break. And he's also batting 263 with 25 home runs to add to those 77 RBIs. Then the third biggest surprise for me was Matthew Boyd. He already has a career high in wins with 10 before the All-Star break. He's 10-3, 2.34 ERA, 102 strikeouts in only 19 starts, earning his first All-Star selection in his 11-year career. So those are the 3 biggest surprises for me so far. Number 1, PCA, top 3 candidate for the NL MVP. I wasn't expecting that at all. Number 2, Seiya being second in all of the National League with RBIs at 77 and already breaking his career high, making a career high, and we're only at the All-Star break. And then Matthew Boyd, signed him over in the offseason. He already has a career high season wins with 10, and we're only at the All-Star break. He's 10-3, 2.34 ERA, 102 strikeouts. So those are the 3 biggest surprises from the player side. The team's been a surprise. Let me know if you guys know if there's any other surprises out there. But those 3 to me just really stood out. I mean, you look at PCA, dude has been absolutely electric. I would say if Shohei Ohtani didn't exist out there, PCA right now would be number 1 in the NL race. And he's just electric, man. He does everything on defense, does a little bit of everything on offense. Maybe he could take more walks, but besides that, absolute unit beast out there. Seiya Suzuki, man, this guy was robbed. He was absolutely robbed of an All-Star appearance. You take a look at his stats. Where you at, Seiya? Seiya right here with, I don't even have it open. Seiya with 77 RBIs, leading the Cubs. Somehow 25 home runs, and he's somehow just not in the All-Star game. I mean, I guess you can't have all the Cubbies in the game, but Seiya's been one of the best players, not only on our team, but I would say in all of the National League. Dude is clutch. Dude has hits. He has 25 home runs. Like, I don't know what else he needs to do besides maybe just be Shohei Ohtani, because he's the DH that gets like all the love in the National League. Then you take a look at, let's see, pitching here, man. Talked about Matthew Boyd, 10 wins, 2.34 ERA, leading the team with innings pitched with 111, leading the team with strikeouts, leading the team in whip. This dude has just been an absolute just perfect signing for us in the offseason, especially when Justin Steele went down. Matthew Boyd's kind of just stepped in there, plug and play, and has been helping us out in every aspect. I mean, just getting strikeouts, getting a lot of innings pitched, getting wins, not giving up runs. And dude finally got selected to the All-Star game, and unfortunately not going to play due to, I think, another blister on one of his fingers or something like that. I don't even know what happened. But he's not playing, but he's had one hell of a start to the beginning of the season. So I'm excited for the Cubbies, man. We got 3 All-Stars, Matthew Boyd, Kyle Tucker, Pete Crow Armstrong. PCA and Kyle Tucker both going to be starting, playing. Matthew Boyd had to sit out due to something. I'm not even sure if it is maybe the timing in the rotation, but he's not playing. But the Cubbies, man, make sure right now the home run derby is going on, so I'm missing that. But tomorrow, AL, NL, Fox, I think. Check it out. Let's double check that, actually. Talking all day shit over here. Let's see, MLB.com. Just take us to the regular website. Yep, 7 o'clock Central Time. Fox, tap in. Make sure you're locked in for that All-Star game, man. And then now we got to do the fun part where you see all this stuff. If you're on Twitter like I am, that's where I feel like I get so much information in terms of like what's going on out there. And this stat right here to me was pretty crazy. I've talked a little bit about Pete Crow Armstrong being, an NL MVP candidate. This stat right here is crazy. If you can talk all you want about PCA. I know people commented on my videos on TikTok, on YouTube, saying like, of course, every Cubs fan has to talk about PCA. Everyone saying PCA is so good. Oh my God, all Cubs fans can't make a video without talking about PCA. This is why. Pete Crow Armstrong, only the third player in MLB history to record 25 home runs, 25 stolen bases before the All-Star break. And the only other two guys to do it, Bobby Bonds and Eric Davis. So 3 guys on this entire list: Bobby Bonds, Eric Davis, Pete Crow Armstrong. They're the only 3 people in MLB history to have 25 home runs and 25 stolen bases before the All-Star break. So hasn't been done in 38 years. So PCA, he's making history, man. This is why this dude is up there in terms of NL MVP, in terms of getting a platinum gold glove, in terms of just everything, why he's starting in center field, and why I hope he gets a nice little home run or something in the All-Star game. Because if this dude has a good All-Star game, he's about to blow up even more than he already is. But shout out to PCA, only the third player in MLB history to record 25 home runs, 25 stolen bases before the All-Star break. And the only other 2 to do that, Bobby Bonds in 1973, and the last person to do it, Eric Davis, 1987. So PCA making Cubs history, making MLB history. This dude is everywhere. He's an all-star game breakout away from being like a legit superstar. Legit superstar. Put the magic on. Where's the magic? That's that PCA magic. Let's go. PCA, man. Pika Pika. I feel like I got to get that nickname going. I've been thinking about it. I'm like, instead of like Pikachu, like PCA, Pika, Pika Pika. We could do that. Everybody start tuning in. Clap in. Pika Pika. Start reading all of these. Only player to do 25, 25, and 70 RBIs in MLB history. I saw something in there. They're like, sign him already. I was thinking the same thing. Like, yo, if you could sign him, try to do it now. I'm sure he has a good agent. I'm sure his agent's not going to fold for that. But he should. Low key. He should. And here's what they're looking like, man. Here's our 3 Cubbies, man. We'll do a little round of applause, a little thank you. Thank you, Chicago. We got Matthew Boyd, PCA, Kyle Tucker, here at the Coca-Cola Roxy, the Chicago Cubs, Atlanta. We're here. Let's clap it up. Let's clap it up. Hold on. Where's that? Where you at? Give it up. Give it up. We got Matthew Boyd, PCA in the middle, Kyle Tucker on the right. Let's clap it up. Let's clap it up. Looking crisp, man. Look at that, legit though. Look at the little American flag on the belt. Looks sick with the pinstripes. The red bill on the Cubs hat. That's always crucial. Looking absolutely classy. Stay classy, Chicago. This type of attitude we need out there. Then right here, man. This should make you feel good as a Cubs fan. We've had the best record at the All-Star break. This is for ourselves. 4 years. Look at this. 2022, 35 and 57. 2023, 42 and 47. 2024, 47 and 51. This year in 2025, 57 and 39. 18 games over 500. Making moves. Easiest strength of schedule in the second half of the season. So things should get bright. PCA is correct. Put those thumbs up. We get a little cheer. We get a little cheer. Cheers. I think it's funny when people say that too. You guys meet people that, you know, how you're like, all right, guys, have a good day. I think it's weird when people are like, okay, cheers. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I'm more of a thumbs up, PCA type of guy, but you know, people are like, okay, cheers. I don't get it. I think that's like a British thing. I'm not British, but okay, cheers. Okay, cheers. I'm gonna work on it. But Cubbies, man, 57 and 39. First place in the NL Central, second best record in the NL, third best record in Major League Baseball. If you guys aren't watching Chicago Cubs baseball, you're missing out, man. All my Cubs fans, we're in for a great second half of the season. Tomorrow, hunker down, enjoy the All-Star game. You got Pika Pika, a.k.a. PCA out there. Kyle Tucker be out there. So we'll have the whole right side of the outfield, PCA in center, Kyle Tucker in right. So let's go, Cubbies. We got to come out of the All-Star break on fire. Red Sox, they've been on a tear, but they're going to come into Wrigley and get that X. So let's go, man. Don't forget, you're watching the entertainment channel. You always got to go crazy. Don't be lazy. And don't be doing nothing fugazi. Deuces.